Man, these are some real draconian measures here, Britain. And we're not that far here in the States from getting to that point, too. But really, police rifling through your belongings to ensure that you've only purchased essential items? What? What? Wow, man. Yeah, let's hope that that doesn't spread all over the place. That's the thing, though, with all this. Once people get power like this, and cops get the power of being able to go down the street and let me rifle through your bags, I want to see what you got. Once you give people power like that, they only want more power. They only want more power. We have got to stop the absurdity of this, really. UK shopper receives fine for buying wine, potato chips during COVID-19 lockdown. For buying wine and crisps. Absolutely just absurd. According to a report from Edinburgh Live, a shopper in the United Kingdom claims she was fined for buying only wine and potato chips and other snacks from a supermarket after officers searched her shopping bag. Now, what if somebody has, like, diabetes or something and they need to have a chocolate bar, or they need to have salt, or they need to have whatever? And so they go to the store and that's what they need because, I mean, with everything going on, the meds, you could see a situation in your head, couldn't you? Where someone is unable or incapable or for some reason is the medicine is unavailable. They're diabetic meds, right? So what do? Well, okay, you go get a chocolate bar. You go get salt or whatever your particular diabetic situation is. It's absurd. It's absurd. Edinburgh Live was contacted by a reader who said, I was walking through Holyrood Park on Sunday afternoon, April 5th, on my way back from Morrison's, a supermarket. 2 officers asked to look inside my bag and then fined me for only having crisps and other snacks and a bottle of wine. Yes. You must now only buy approved items. And you must be able to articulate to the police a good reason why you are leaving your home. If not, they will take your money or your freedom. Further reports of shoppers being handed fines for buying non-essential goods such as wine, with police rifling through shoppers' belongings to ensure that only essential goods have been purchased. The next logical step is papers, please. Do you have permission to be out of your home? Are you clear? Are you one of the class of people that is privileged to move about freely? If you don't see it happening and escalating from here, neither did Germany back in the day. Only the elites and the inner circle knew what was going to happen. Everybody else, it was a gradual thing. And then before they knew it, it was too late. Each report claims that a fine of $30 or roughly £30, or roughly $37 were given to shoppers on the grounds that they had left their homes without a good reason. In this case, buying non-essential items. Yes, in a time when people are struggling to work, in a time when businesses are shutting down, in a time when people are trying to figure out how to pay the rent, how to buy food, how to buy their medicines, and things like that. That's the time when we want to go fining people for buying potato chips. That's the time when we want to do it. Taking more money out of people's pockets that they can't afford, thereby making it more likely that they're going to have to leave their house in order to scrounge up food. Stupid. Stupid. Papers, please. Let me rifle through your belongings and ensure that you have purchased only items from this approved list of items. Any items that are not on this approved list, you will be fined by order of the Supreme Leader. Another Twitter user wrote, a friend of my daughter was fined $30 on the spot in Edinburgh the other night for having just bought wine and snacks, both of which are non-essential. Still seems a bit draconian to me. Yes, it is draconian. It is absolutely draconian. People. Mindset. Stop. Across the UK, several people have been summoned on various offenses relating to leaving their homes without good reason. Let that soak in. Offenses relating to leaving their homes without good reason. Now, if you stop and you take that, could you not see, if we keep going down this road, that that becomes an actual charge, that that's the name of the charge? You are charged with the offense of leaving your home without a good reason, without proper papers, without proper documentation stating that you are of this particular class of individual who is immune to the virus or has antibodies to the virus, and when you leave, you must only buy approved items from an approved government store. I mean, I'm taking it to the absurd conclusion. That's what we do here sometimes. We take things to the absurd but natural conclusion to shed light on the absurdity of the idea itself. And I can follow the premise. I have premises, and I have a conclusion. And my conclusion falls necessarily from my premises, and my premises are all true. This has happened in the past. This mindset has propagated. We have historical evidence that says that these are slippery roads. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying it could happen. And my premises are all true, describing on ways that it could happen. So the conclusion falling necessarily from the premises, and the premises are all true, therefore the conclusion itself must be true, and the conclusion is, it is possible that we could be going down a very bad and slippery road. And I wish I was more entertaining, so perhaps I could get more viewers, but all I have is my dry drone voice that you're stuck with, but I do report the news as best I can. The Mirror reported of police clamping down on shoppers deemed to have bought non-essential items such as compost. Wait! Compost. So that means that somebody has a garden or vegetables or fruits or something growing in their backyard, their balcony, their roof. How are you going to tell me that compost is non-essential if this is something that grows them food, which makes it so that they don't have to leave the house as much because they're growing food in their own home, but now you're stopping them from growing food in their own home, telling them it's non-essential, so now they have to leave their home more often to find food. What? Yesterday, a video circulating social media showed police rebuking the parents of a child playing out in their front yard. Yes, how dare you! Even though we know that vitamin D is a very important thing for human survival, police. Oh, but you don't care about people's well-being at the moment. You care about your power. They're playing out in their own front yard. You need sunlight to survive. And if you don't have sunlight, if you don't get that vitamin D, and you start suffering from vitamin D deficiency, just ask submariners. You get some troubles. Submariners take supplements. You need sunlight, cops. Jesus Christ, man. You're creating like a race of golem. My precious. Other videos from around the world depict a similar scene, with law enforcement often comically ensuring people stay home. Yes. A cop was arrested in a park throwing ball with his boy, and I don't remember. Here in the United States, though. The UK shows little sign of flattening the elusive curve as coronavirus-related deaths continue to rise as authorities struggle to enforce social distancing among various communities, because it goes against human nature. We're social individuals. We need that social interaction. It's mentally important. It affects us physically as well. Just as getting sunlight affects us as well. We need sunlight. And here they're trying to tell us, Jesus, you see how this thing is just like this? Don't get compost because it's not essential. And we want you to stay in your home as much as possible. Oh, but wait. if you have compost and you're growing food in your home, doesn't that mean you can stay in your home for a longer period of time? And then if they label compost non-essential, that means that this individual, rather than staying in their home and growing food and eating there, happy, merry, fresh food, sounds freaking good to me, you know, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, whatever they're growing with compost, they're growing something. Now you're going to make it so that they have to leave their home more because they can't grow it because it's non-essential. So you're forcing them to, what? Think, people. Think. I love you guys. I'll keep you informed, and I will see you on the next one.